Week 30, Thursday. A reading from the Discourses of Saint Athanasius against the Arians. The form and likeness of wisdom is created in its works. Because an impress of wisdom has been made in us and is found in all the works of creation, it is natural that the true creative wisdom should apply to itself what belongs to its impress and say, "The Lord created me in His work." Indeed, the things which the wisdom that is in us speaks, these the Lord Himself claims as His own. In consequence, He is not created who is the Creator, but on account of His likeness, created in the works themselves. He says those words as if of Himself. Hence, just as the Lord said, "He who receives you receives me," because His form is in us, so although He may not be numbered among created things, yet because His form and likeness is created in God's works, He says as though it were Himself, "The Lord created me as the beginning of His ways in His work." The form of wisdom, moreover, was set in God's works, so that the world might recognize in it the Word, the Maker of the world, and the Father through the Word. This indeed is the very thing Paul teaches. What can be known about God is plain to them because God has shown it to them. Ever since the creation of the world, His invisible nature has been clearly perceived in the things that have been made. The Word then was not by its nature created, but that passage about wisdom must be understood of the wisdom which is truly in us and is said to be so. However, if men refuse to believe in these things, let them answer us whether there is any wisdom in created things or not. If there is none, why does the apostle complain in these words? "For since in the wisdom of God the world did not know God through wisdom," or if there is no wisdom, why is the multiple of wise men mentioned in Scripture? For the wise man in fear turns aside from evil, and his house is built with wisdom. Ecclesiastes also says, "The wisdom of a man will light up his countenance," and he rebukes the foolhardy in these words, "Do not say, 'What has happened, that former times were better than the present?' For you have not ascertained this in wisdom." The son of Sirach testifies to the wisdom in created things. He poured her out upon all His works. She dwells with all flesh according to His gift, and He supplied her to those who love Him. This pouring out does not at all signify the nature of the wisdom which exists of itself and is unbegotten, but of that which is displayed in the world. Why then does it appear incredible if the operative and true wisdom itself, whose form or pattern is wisdom and knowledge, as poured out over the world, should say as if of itself, "The Lord created me in His work"? The wisdom in the world is not creative, but created in God's works, and thereby the heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament proclaims the works of His hands.